Good afternoon from sunny London and welcome to yet another Stockholm vlog. Currently on my way to the airport and looking forward to be back in Sweden. Let's go. So I just arrived in Stockholm and it's already super late. Just checked into my hotel and I'm gonna call it a night. The story continues another day. Good night. So it's a few days later now and the work week is firmly behind us. Finally time to enjoy the weekend. Get out here, enjoy the amazing weather and hopefully catch an amazing sunset while we're at it. Got a spot in mind that I want to check out and yeah, let's head over there and get up a tripod and hopefully catch some great photos. Let's go. Just arrived at the King's Garden and this is the first location I had in mind. So Stockholm's actually super famous for its cherry blossom season, which is all these trees over here. But they've already gone brown a bit and I think the trees have seen better days. We kind of missed that very short window of opportunity to get the shot just right, but that's okay. Haven't been in Stockholm for the past few weeks, so been traveling to Dubai and back in London, which you'll see from my other vlogs. Hit subscribe and check out the channel if you haven't seen them. And yeah, that meant missing the cherry blossoms. Not to worry though, I've got another location in mind and that's where we'll be catching the sunset from. Let's head over there right now. Just arrived at the sunset location and this is the shot I have in mind. Trying to catch this flare over here, just over the top of those buildings, as well as catch the old city in the background. So in order to get that shot right, I'm going to be doing a HDR technique where I bracket my shots, take 7 photos and then merge them into post later. And here's the final result. Let me know what you think in the comments below. With the sun having dipped now, for the next shot I wanted to go a bit tighter and zoomed in on these buildings right here because I love that Scandinavian architecture and keeping a bit of water in the foreground and trying to get that sunset glow of the clouds. Again, I'm going to bracket just to get the exposure on the buildings right as well as on the sky. So here's the result I came up with and check it out. So I've got one last shot in mind at this location and that is a long exposure using my 10-stop filter. So those of you who watched my previous vlogs will know that's a very popular technique of mine. Love it and I keep doing long exposures in landscape photography as much as I can. Reason being, I just love the dramatic effect you get by smoothing out the water and possibly getting a bit of cloud movement as well if the weather permits. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. So I've actually left the camera in the exact same position, haven't touched the lens, haven't changed the focus, and the tripod set up the exact same way. So long story short, the composition is identical, and the reason being I kept the composition identical is to get a very different shot. So afterwards you can compare the HDR shot I took just before to the long exposure I'm busy taking now. And point I'm trying to make is that without changing the composition, you can get two dramatically different looking photos by just changing your shooting technique. So that's kind of cool, and I'd be interested to know which photo you prefer, the HDR or the long exposure. Let me know in the comments below. Just about to pack up and head to a different location, but then this caught my eye. We're almost at peak sunset now and the sky is really burning away. I'm going to change to the front camera and show you what caught my eye. Look at how beautiful that looks. So we got the Royal Palace over here and the sunset just peeking behind it. So we're shooting directly into the sun, getting the maximum orange glow here with some clouds in the background as well. It's looking really stunning. Really happy with the outcome of the shot. And check it out. Here it is. So I feel like I've exhausted that location for all it's worth. Didn't even move the tripod once, and I got a couple great photos that I'm really happy with. So beautiful thing about the sunsets so far up north in Scandinavia is they really seem to last a long time. So got the choice now between trying to find another location and maybe spot another composition that we could take another photo of in the late sunset, maybe blue hour, or otherwise call it a day and go home. So let's see what we come up with. So I've decided to call it a day, but I'm really happy with the photos I got earlier. Sunset looked amazing and I'm really happy with the outcome. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed watching as well, and if you did, be sure to like and comment, and if you're keen to see more videos just like this, hit that subscribe button below. Also, before I go, I'm going to leave you with a hyperlapse shot of the Royal Palace with the sunset in the background. It's a bit choppy because the gimbal kept refocusing on random objects, so I had to fix that halfway through the hyperlapse, but anyway, here goes. I hope you enjoy it.